Well, would you look at that? When you incentivize homelessness, it's more than likely gonna end up, turning out this poorly. Like, who could have possibly seen this one coming? San Francisco shuts down its $22 million open-air drug markets after it referred less than 1% for treatment. Okay, listen, all of these homeless people that are out here, okay, all of these drug addicts, they're just down on their luck, okay? They just slip through the cracks. No, a lot of homeless people, okay, and I know I talked about this recently, a lot of veterans, they actually end up slipping through the cracks because there are problems with them specifically that the government is just kind of turning a blind eye to. But when it comes to, with those real crazy homeless folks, they like being homeless. Speaking to somebody in a smaller city and seeing the dozens and dozens of hobos that live around here, most of them, I don't talk to them, but I can observe them from afar. They love being homeless. No responsibility, okay? All the booze that they can possibly stomach. They create their own little communities. They run in their own little cliques. They like being homeless. And you give them a place to be homeless. Hell, you even give them a stipend of just about what? Non-aggressive 4 digits every month. You fucking think they're addicts, or do you think that they're out there living their best life? Now we have tangible proof. We got evidence. We got the receipts to back this shit up. Just 18 out of 23,000 addicts it welcomed in its first 4 months. Now, if you're gonna have illegal drug use going down, but then you tell them that, oh yeah, this is just kind of like the Chaz of heroin, guess what? People are gonna turn up for that. Not a big fucking shock, but of course, London Breed, probably one of the dumbest individuals to ever hold fucking office, thought that this was going to be a really good idea in San Francisco, but guess what? Flamed out faster than her political hopes. San Francisco's open-air drug market in the Tenderloin District has closed less than a year after opening to the public. The site opened by San Francisco Mayor London Breed, who was a big champion and still is, I'm sure, of masks and mask mandates. Okay, was shown at it was a private gathering of following in the footsteps of Gavin Newsom, another former mayor of San Francisco, by the way. Small gathering of I think it might have been her birthday. Small gathering of a couple of dozen of her closest friends with nary a mask in sight, except for the people working the event. But then she just said, oh, everybody else is just being busybodies. Earlier this year, as a way to tackle the city's ongoing drug crisis. Yeah, we got a drug crisis, so we'll just make a nice park for everybody to shit and shoot up in. Great. Tenderloin Center, an addiction services site, was often referred to as a safe place for addicts to get high without getting robbed. There you go. That'll solve your problem. Just, enable these fuckers. Good job. Within the first 4 months of the center's opening, the open-air drug market also referred just 18 of the more than 23,000 people that it welcomed. Unfucking believable. Overall, less than 1% of visits ended in a complete linkage to behavioral health programs. City leaders, including Breed, now say the site is was a temporary solution offered as a way to avoid the more than 640 overdose deaths San Francisco saw in 2021. Pop quiz. What do you think was higher in 2021? Overdose deaths or coof deaths in San Francisco? Yeah, you already know the answer to that, now don't ya? Gross. Fucking gross. Y'all should just... I don't even want to say that. Okay, despite their efforts, 2022 has been nearly just as deadly as more than 500 people have died from overdoses throughout the California city. 21, there was 641. Officials I'd also hoped the site would offer a place. Great. Good policy decision making. Okay. How are we gonna justify this? Hope. Fucking yuck. With the homeless crisis the city faced in recent months and years. Some estimates indicate that hundreds of people visited the Tenderloin Center while it was open. For more than 350 overdoses were reversed at the location. How adorable. Once again, you give people who already nary have a responsibility in sight. Then you take away any other possibility of dying over top of that? Yeah, you're lucky you didn't see people shooting up 2 needles at the same time, seeing if they could get to the ultimate fucking high. I'm sure that probably also happened too at the same time, okay? Workers were seen handing out pamphlets to those inside the open-air drug market. Yep, just like a good social worker, okay? People who are just there, okay? They got their bachelor's degree in some fucking fine arts nonsense, and now they could just get a safe, cushy job working for the fucking government, handing out pamphlets. Oh, make sure to place the... excuse me, sir, you're nodding off again. Oh, can we get somebody over here to deal with this person? Oh my gosh. This stunning and brave individual is foaming from the mouth. I'll just turn you... Sir, I'm sorry, I don't want to assume your gender. I'll just turn you over to your side so you don't choke on your own vomit. Okay, we'll get somebody over here very quickly to deal with you. Fucking stupid shit. The closure, which debuted to mixed reactions, because they're like, what, now you're going to incentivize drug use in a shitty city already? Lord have mercy. Now has some thanking the mayor, while others criticize her for taking away what they said was a critical resource. Yeah, were you down there that often? Okay. Like, the city smells like hot shit, okay? And that's not being hyperbolic. There's shit everywhere. Is that app, Report a Poop still out, okay? She's not doing anything about that. She's just giving junkies places to go. Not worrying about... I don't even know if she's made a statement on the Paul Pelosi attack either. Not giving a fuck about homelessness. Crazy motherfuckers running up on places. Theoretically running up and breaking into a billionaire's row, as it were. Sure thing. But nah, man, yeah, just continue to listen to and placate that activist base that put a strong, independent black woman in the mayor's chair. She's doing a bang-up job now, isn't she? Yeah, others described it as a massive waste of taxpayer dollars. What, $22 million? But hey, it saved 8 lives, okay? Can you put a price on human life? Ugh. Homeless people? About $1.50. Yeah, but breaking everything down. Do we want to run demographics on this? Because that might actually be fun here for a second. Oh, that does fit ever so nicely. So, all right. So, 80% of the time, a guy would show up and nothing. Homeless people aren't non-binary? That's weird. What do we got there? Yeah, 47% of the time, people were white, 29% black, 15% Latinx. You still work that in there, huh? 4% Asian. No natives, though. Didn't even bother to turn up. But other unknown. I don't know. You just seem kind of red and scabby. Is that some sort of a new ideology I'm not familiar with? Weird. Most of the people that turned up were, survey said, 55 to 64. Oh, that's kind of disheartening. A really even split from about the age of, 35 onward. That says something. You don't make smart choices in your prime working years, you end up homeless, okay? So fucking, do the work. Oh, fuck. Well, a lot of the folks that had a permanent residence, okay, that died of an overdose in the city of San Francisco, an overwhelming majority of them, at least of the reported areas, lived in on or around the Tenderloin. Very interesting. So I guess they just had to, maybe the entire purpose of this open-air drug facility was to just have an easier time for the ambulances or, the morticians to pull up and collect their subjects, as it were. This has been something we've been demanding from the mayor for months, said San Francisco City Supervisor Dean Preston in an interview with ABC7, who also said they had hundreds of people relying on it. I couldn't care less. Dr. Hillary Kunis, an official with the San Francisco Department of Public Health, said the center closed for multiple reasons, including a $75,000 a month lease. Are you fucking kidding me? That was ending. Oh, I just couldn't renew it. What, you got swooped by somebody else. I was going to pay $80,000, and they'd actually hand out, some of Joe Biden's drug kits. Interesting. The Tenderloin Center was also slated to be a temporary program. That's why we had so many tents. And unfortunately, the lease was up at the end of the year. Ah, shucks. So we couldn't keep it. We couldn't keep it open through the end of the year though, because it's such a high demand area. We are aggressively seeking ways that we might be able to continue the service while putting into place service and navigation during this period immediately following the closure. Yeah, that's just big sad, no, isn't it? Many are cheering ecstatically at the site's closure after months of pleading with the city to shut down the market over security concerns in the area. You're telling me that those people right there, hey man, you see their faces right there and it doesn't just immediately spring to mind that I am in a safe first world city? Of course. Mayor Breed had originally allotted $10 million to the project, but that quickly doubled and it wasn't even a complete year. Good job. She's really good at allocating funds, just like Joe sending all of that money over to the Ukraine. I wonder how much money, or rather, that inflation that was over there. I wonder if that's due to any charitable contributions. I wonder if FTX was involved. In total, some 400 individuals were provided with assistance each day, according to San Francisco's public health department, whatever. A large portion of those who took advantage of the site specifically for shelter or food. Oh, okay, cool. So the entire purpose of lending a open space for drug addiction, they were just there to peruse the free samples like it's a big fucking open-air Costco. Earlier this year, Gina McDonald, with Mothers Against Drug Deaths, a different type of mad. I don't know, do Americans have Mothers Against Drunk Driving? Sounds like something you guys have, but that's a different one. They're against drug deaths, okay? Well, single mothers with addict children, let's just go with that, wrote an op-ed for the Daily Mail, which she describes the site as dystopian. I actually agree with you on that one. That is just so fucked. The Linkage Center was never intended to be a place where people could come to do drugs, but that's exactly what happened. The mother, whose own daughter had become addicted to heroin at one point. In October, Breed signaled a U-turn in the approach to the city's rampant drug use by backtracking on some of her soft-touch ways. The open-air drug markets introduced by the mayor and city officials were pitched as a way to provide those battling addictions a place for safely engage in drug activity without fear of dying. Yeah, I don't know how that was supposed to work at all whatsoever. Okay, if you're trying to wean somebody off of an addiction, you normally just don't give them fucking free license to do as much. Here, we'll turn a blind eye while you shoot up, but we'll make sure that, your eyes don't roll too far into the back of your head. When has that ever worked for literally anybody, ever? Like, I don't know. I'm sure that you consulted with, actually, I'm not at all. You probably consulted with some medical professionals, and they probably all told you, this is retarded. And she's like, well, I already bought the tents, so what the fuck am I supposed to do? And oh my God, San Francisco, man, what the fuck went wrong? Such an idyllic city, a beautiful location, some of the best weather on earth, but now you gotta dodge the needles, the overdoses, the human feces on the ground, and the fucking random gay attackers wielding hammers. Then again, I ain't no billionaire or anything like that, so I guess I don't have to worry about that. And going to San Francisco, oh no, that's not in my near future at all whatsoever. Fuck that shit. Kim Jong-un is looking for a place to, perform a few tests. I got a location for you. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.